release that he can't get to.
Yo, what is going on, guys? We're playing some more NHL 17, and we're going to be doing a Stanley Cup sim of the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators. As we know, this is official. These are the two teams playing it out right now, and I did make sure I went ahead and took out the big guys, took out Letang, took out Johansson, because, you know, those guys aren't going to be playing, unfortunately, for their teams here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But what we're going to do is we're going to sim this 7-game series. I tell you what, right now, I'm thinking going into this series, I was expecting the Predators. I actually thought, you know, like they was going to win, because I'm like, you know what? After they beat the Blackhawks, I was thinking, man, them Predators. It looks like the Penguins are going to take a 1-0 lead early here in game 1 as we're simming this, all Phill, Kessel, and Rinne. But I was thinking, man, those Predators, the way they went in there and took care of Chicago, the way Rinne's been playing, I've always a fan of taking that hot goalie, can help carry his team. But then I seen ESPN talk about how like the last 7 teams or something ridiculous. Penguins on the power play, by the way, but the last 7 teams or something that were in Nashville's place where the other team went to game 7, the Penguins game, apparently they've all lost in the Stanley Cup Finals, because, you know, you take that rest time while the other team's still playing. That's a big deal for some teams to sit there and you think rest is good, but it's not, because they ain't played live action in a long time. So it'll be interesting in that matter, but the Penguins definitely do have a tough team to be playing up against. There's nothing you can take away from them there in that matter either, but I'd like to see them Predators win. I really would. Let's finish up this first period. It looks like nothing's happening. Let's finish up the second period. Looks like the, Nashville. Evgeni, Malkin, Crosby, Hornquist, Hagelin, they're all taking care of business over here. Of course, Gunsel's not in the game, so you do have to compromise with that as well. You know, just like Werenski's not in the game, Gunsel's not in. Here we go. Period number 3, the Penguins are going to take a 1-0 series lead, winning that first game over here. That means we're going to go ahead here. We're going to continue on. We're going to sim up game number 2. Hopefully this is a good matchup for the good old Predators, but according to their overalls given to them by EA, this could be very, very lopsided in EA's mind. But we're going to go ahead and sim period number 1 up. Once again, the Predators are going to take a 1-0 lead. Going into period number 2, let's sim it up again. The Penguins, though, coming right back, scoring 2 more goals. They can't stop that potent Penguins offense. Phill, Kessel, Trevor Daley coming in there hot. We're going to resume this. We're going to slow resume it here in the third period. See if anything's going to happen here. Which team can go ahead and take that 1-goal lead and potentially win the series. The Predators go ahead and drop a goal, but the Penguins are on the power play. Can they kill it off? Looks like we got a Sissons goal. Looks like they did kill off that power play, and it looks like the Predators have 11 more minutes on the power play themselves to go until they have a chance of winning this game and taking game number 2, making a 1-1 series tie. 4 minutes left. Again, the Predators are on the power play. Looks like they can't make anything out of it, and the Penguins score a late goal with 1:33 left in regulation by Connor Sheary. It is a 3-3 game going into overtime. Pittsburgh has to have the momentum at this point, going into overtime, scoring that goal with just under 2 minutes left, it looks like. And here we go. Here we go. Period overtime. Period overtime is what we got here. And the Penguins are on the power play early, and a big save by Rinne. And the Penguins can't score. Neither can the Predators on their power play. 10 minutes left in this overtime. 3-3 game. We got a shot from Daley. We got a shot from Schultz. It looks like the defensemen are making some shots. Cole's up there getting the shot. Still 3-3. 2 minutes left in overtime. Can't find the back of the net. We're going to a second overtime. Double overtime's happening here in game 2. Making for an exciting game. Sissons had that last shot over there on floor. He couldn't make it happen. The Predators are going to take it. Game number 2. Good old Wilson has gone ahead here and scored the game winner from a really bad angle too over there on Fleury. We put Matt Murray in, believe that or not. I switched them up, made sure Murray was #1 in the lines. I guess they didn't care. They still put Fleury in there. But it is a 4-3 game, and the Penguins are going to lose game number 2. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 3. Let's take care of it. Who's going to win it? It looks like Nashville's the home team, and they're going to take a 1-0 early lead on a Sissons goal. Once again, this guy is having himself a playoff run. Coming right back at it, though, is Patrick Hornquist for the Penguins. It's going to be interesting to see if he does get a play or not, but we had him in the lineup for the fact that it was a game time decision, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Power play for Nashville. Nothing's happening here. Let's finish up this period. Nothing happened. Nothing. 1-1 game. Let's finish up period number 2. Still 1-1. We're going into the third period. Once again, we have a tie ball game. Penguins on a power play early. Can they make anything out of it, though? A bunch of shots and a goal. They will come in there and get a goal early in the third. Looks like we got a Chris Kunitz kind of goal, followed up by a haggling goal. 3-1. This game looks like it could be over early, but the Predators Well, I guess it's not early. We're in the third period. The Predators were on that power play. Nothing could happen out of it, though. 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a 3-1 Penguins win in game number 3. One that the Predators definitely needed to win on home ice, and they couldn't do it. So the Penguins would jump out to a 2-1 series lead heading into game number 4. Here we are. Right off the bat, it looks like we're getting some hits from behind the net, laying the bodies down early. You gotta love seeing it. Nashville, point-blank range save on Sissons by Fleury. Nashville is all over the Penguins early here in the first period, but they just can't find the back of the net. And the Penguins are now on the power play, or the Predators are now on the power play. Excuse me there. We're going to end the period 0-0 going into period number 2. We will quick sim period number 2 for a good time and nothing. No goals. The defense is playing very tough for both teams right now. Heading into the third period, the Predators are on the power play. Can they make anything happen? They cannot. It looks like Fisher. Looks like we got, oh my goodness, look at all the shots by the Predators. Again, they are all over the Penguins. Point blank range save there by Rinne, but they just can't managed to score. Fleury is playing some good hockey. It looks like the Predators are on the power play again. Cannot make anything out of it. Third period, Predators power play with under a minute left. Can they score? They cannot. They're going to overtime. A huge penalty kill by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's bring this bad boy to overtime. Shots by both teams early. Looks like a shot and a slot by Schultz. I didn't say that in 3 times in a row. That's definitely a tongue twister and a half. We are under 10 minutes and the Predators are going to score. We are just going back and forth in this series. A win apiece. Arvidsson coming in clutch over there on Fleury. We're going to have to take this to a game number 5. Game number 5 happening over here in Pittsburgh. We're going to sim up the first period. And it's 1-1 early. Both teams getting on the board right away. Crosby scoring for the first time in the series. James Neal, the same being said for him. 3-1 Predators going into the third. We're just going to quick sim this. It looks like an easy one for the Predators, and they did. The Predators took another game in Pittsburgh. They have the 3-2 series lead going into game number 6 back at home in Nashville. That tough environment to play in. Can the Penguins pull it off, or are we going to see our Nashville Predators win the Stanley Cup in just 6 games? They're jumping out to a 2-0 early lead. Let's sim the second. It is 2-3. The Penguins come back in the second period, coming in clutch. It looks like we got a rust. We got Fiddler in here. Phill Kessel coming in there. Here it is though. Game number 6, third period. This is it for the Penguins. If they cannot score here in the third period, it is over. The Nashville Predators will have won the Stanley Cup in NHL 17, of course. We're looking at goals like you guys want to see a blank screen or something over here. Trevor Daley, power play Predators, and they came in clutch and scored. PK Subban right in front of the goalie. Fleury can't handle PK from that range. It's a 3-goal game. It looks like it's getting ugly for them Penguins. 11 minutes left in that quick strike offense by the Predators, with Fiddler coming in there, getting himself a shot over there from the bottom of the circle as well. Power play Penguins couldn't get anything out of it. Here we are. 6 minutes left. The Predators are 4 minutes away from the promised land. Can they keep this lead? If they blow 3 goals under 2 minutes left, they're not going to be happy, but it looks like they are going to hold that lead. They're going to score one more goal actually to make it 6-2. Your Nashville Predators are going to be the Stanley Cup champions according to none other than EA. Vernon Fiddler over there coming in hot with 2 goals, 1 assist. Pekka Rinne standing on his head out there. Here we are, end of the playoffs. Playoffs are complete, and your Nashville Predators have won the Stanley Cup. As for this video, guys, I'd love to hear who you guys think are going to win this Stanley Cup. Like I said, I'm pulling for the Predators. I wanted to think they could. The only thing that scared me away was the statistic ESPN told me. Who even knows that that's even liable? If you guys watch ESPN, you know they don't really follow hockey or care about it. So who knows about that? They're almost as credible as I am. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.